for tonight's confession, this one is a bit close to home for a lot of people. They say blood is thicker than water. Family over everything. But what happens when you're doing the right thing and it means you're going against your own? Do you protect your family, stay quiet, and keep the name clean? Or do you stand on integrity, speak up, and risk breaking that bond forever? So we've got something to listen to, and after that, we talk about it.
I'm doing this on behalf of myself, and I'd like you to keep me anonymous. Now, my younger brother actually is the breadwinner of the family. I mean, we all live together in the same flat. My mom and dad. My dad is retired. I don't have a job yet. But my brother is the one taking care of the family. Is from the outside is very well to do, or is okay. But from the inside, I'm the only one who knows what he does, and that is he's an internet fraudster. Now, the FCC has come to pick him up also twice. We had to come up with another story from my parents. Now, this is where the problem is. I am also now being investigated, and they're questioning me. I'm supposed to go. Next week, I'm going to face more questioning, and I'm a Christian, a worker in my church, a devoted Christian, and the things he does is against my faith, is against my conscience. Now, I'm lost. Should I confess? Should I tell the EFCC that this is what he does? If I do, that means the family is going to suffer. If I don't, I'll continue to suffer inside. I need help. What should I do? I need your advice.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Interesting stuff.
This is a hard one.
Yeah, between the devil and the deep blue sea. So,
is it really that hard?
You're quiet. What would you do if you find yourself in a situation
I understand
like
the dilemma, but I also have come to a stage. It sounds like a much younger man than me. I've come to a stage in life where authenticity is so important in any context. Having difficult conversations, standing for the truth. So it's not like the brother won't get caught eventually.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But should you be the one? Should you be the one to say,
now,
this is what my brother is doing?
The real risk he runs is that the two of them could go down together. Because he says he's being investigated by the EFCC. So if he's found to have been covering up for his brother, they're not going to let him, go. So I think that fundamentally he's got to let his brother know that, see, this thing, I can't cover up for you. It is wrong, it is against my faith, and it's put me in a position where I don't feel authentic as a person who's serving God, who's in church, and all of these things. Yeah. So it's either you stop it, or I will have no choice than to...
The stopping is too late. At the stage they're in now, it's too late. He's now in a situation where he either gives up his brother, or he potentially keeps quiet, and then what happens to him? I mean, then there's two other things there that I think I noted, that the brother is the one taking care of the family.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter, really. I mean,
survival.
It really doesn't matter.
It depends on how, we don't know how desperate they are.
Exactly.
It could be life or death, them not having that money anymore. We don't know. Them being Christian, for me personally, I don't think the Christianity comes into it. It's more for me about the integrity, about my own freedom.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I think if there was a way that I could not get dragged into it, and I could escape. No, what I mean is that,
guilty by association.
Yes,
not just guilty by association, because I was paying attention, and I think so far he's been an accomplice to this. Do you understand? Because, like he said, the parents don't know, but he knows. So he has benefited from this fraud.
Of course, yeah.
He's enjoyed from this fraud. Now that it has gotten to the point that EFCC are investigating him, it's
now a problem.
Okay, so do you think, because he talked about his faith and what he believes in.
His faith, he's put his faith aside.
He has already enjoyed. That's why I'm saying
he has eaten from the spoils. He has eaten from the spoils.
Okay.
What is happening now is that he is at danger, and he's now realizing. Now his conscience is pricking him.
Yes.
But for me, I would say, it's not in his place. He should just tell the brother, guy,
You have to stop.
You have to stop.
Yeah.
But it's not in his place to make the brother be found guilty.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Do you understand? And this one, he's afraid that the family will find out. To hell with that. You guys have been enjoying dirty money.
Yes.
At the end of the day, when it's unveiled, that's what's unveiled. But I just feel he's guilty as well. Yes, you can do your own confessions. Go and tell the priest. Go and tell somebody. But it's not in his place.
Confess to God.
EFCC.
Yes.
This is what my
That
brother
my
does.
brother is doing.
Yeah.
No, when they find out, they find out because he has already enjoyed the spoils.
And shouldn't there be some loyalty to your family?
It should be some loyalty. Yeah.
You know what? I feel it's a very tough situation. However, I think maybe his biggest worry isn't even him being investigated, because he talked about how he's a devoted Christian who, you know, is a worker in church and all of that. And I've seen people in situations like this that they're like, oh, my faith doesn't allow me to do this
And then
and
they
all
do
of
worse.
that. And they do what's okay.
If that's the case, he should go and work for the police.
So I think there's a double standard thing going on. He's saying that, okay, you know what, my brother does this, I'm like the opposite, but my brother provides for the family, and you know, he's just a bit lost on what to do. I think the most
He's putting
important thing
himself. He's
is,
putting himself in funny situations because
Yeah.
number one, listen to this. He's worried about the family finding out. He's worried about himself being investigated. He's worried about his faith and beliefs. Guy, it's really not about you.
So first off, I'm not sure how much of a believer he is. If all along
He allowed this to happen.
he's allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
I think the easier thing to do from the off was to have told the family what the true source of income of his brother is, so they could call him to order.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't. He never
That's
did
it.
that.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
you can't be talking faith.
Well, then
Yeah.
I'll be holier than thou. You can't be holier than thou now. After you've been chopping and enjoying, let's be serious.
so quick one, gang, would you put them
No,
on the
snitch.
Yeah.
I can't. My brother.
Okay, I
for
don't
my
want to
brothers,
use the word.
I
You
won't lie to you.
wouldn't.
See, listen.
Okay.
Once I'm a Christian too, but trust me,
Are
for
you?
my
Sorry.
yes, of course. To be honest, for my brothers, I'll take a bullet. I'll do whatever. I'll go to jail with them if I have to.
Okay.
For my brothers.
That's good. I'm not going to snitch ever. So.
I'm keeping quiet. 100% keeping quiet. I'm not saying a word.
Yeah, I won't throw him on
I'll
the,
know
under
what to
the
do
bus.
with him and the family,
Yeah,
but
but
to tell the authorities now.
When he gets caught, as he would eventually, I'll feel no guilt whatsoever. And that's why I talked about
Exactly.
authenticity.
Yeah.
You've got to be very sure that you've had that difficult
You've cleared
conversation
your own
Exactly.
over and over again, and he's got to be 100% responsible for whatever outcomes.
Yeah, Baba, when they catch you, you're on your
Yeah,
own.
On your own.
own.
That's
Yeah.
it.
All right, so we're moving on to our next segment, and it's called the comment section. Now, basically, what we do is we're going to, dive into some deep talk and take a look at the feedback on social media. A lot has happened. And because of how social media impacts the world that we live in today, we believe it's important. There's a trend that was out recently, and it's sitting comfortably at number 2 in Nigeria. Hashtag don't date a broke girl. Yes, you heard me. The takes are wild, the opinions are loud, and some people are definitely triggered. So let's not even guess what the comments are. But I mean, the hashtag is crazy, and I've got some wild comments here. I'm going to be reading them out one at a time, and then let's see how we can, dive into it. So, it's a trend that started from someone posting a story, and then there's been multiple feedbacks from people. One of the feedbacks we have here is from an account named Ata Akor, and it goes like this: just came back from a date with this lady, and this is the last time she'll hear from me. I asked her what she thought about boyfriend allowance. I didn't know that was a thing in a relationship. And she said it is a
dating the wrong
ridiculous
women.
practice. Something my ex used to do with ease. Please, I can't settle for less. Now, this is a lady saying that, boyfriend allowance, like you're dating someone and then, maybe monthly, weekly, or whatever, you give a little
The guy
maintenance.
gives.
The guy gives the woman, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Then there's this other one who says, this is from Sir Dixon. It says, this babe flew me to Dubai. Oh, this is a guy. This babe flew me to Dubai for 3 nights because I refused to have sex with her. She abandoned me there without booking my return tickets. We did not discuss sex before traveling. I thought she just wanted to dwell in my presence. I'm stranded. Now, this is someone mocking the situation.
Yes. A joker.
As a sarcastic. Yeah.
And then we have this one. Says, date cancelled. I told her I'll be coming with my 5 other guys to eat with us for security reasons.
I like that.
She's here complaining. LOL, she can't afford me, such a broke ass.
Those are the things that those girls would say.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. That's what that's about. This is tongue in cheek.
So this is from Indispensable David, and it says, imagine this babe called me while I was sleeping. I reluctantly picked, and she said we should go see a movie. I said no problem. Send Uber fee, and she refused. I blocked her. What's going on? This is wild. Okay, now I understand why this is trending. But seriously, seriously, there are many things that's happened, not just in Nigeria but globally now, and they've become regular staples in how men function alongside women in the society. Things like you going on a date and then you have to provide certain things to encourage the lady, including Uber fares. And of course, we've heard of situations whereby the guy has had to, provide such things like even clothes, air, and, other essentials, so to say. Who is to blame for this thing? Is it the ladies or is it us men?
First off, let's establish that it's a Nigeria thing.
It's a
Thank
you.
It's a Nigeria
100%.
thing. So in the UK, for instance, where I spent a bit of time, the reverse is almost the case.
Yeah.
The guys are the prize.
That's right. Yeah.
So you will hear Nigerian ladies who only relocated recently complaining bitterly about how much effort
They have to put
the
in.
guys expect them to put in
That's
to
right.
go out on a date. So it's a Nigeria thing, and it's a
totally.
cultural thing.
Yeah.
I think it's this sense of entitlement, which makes me pity a lot of single men. I'm happy I'm not in that scenario situation.
True.
Because I hear a lot of young people who work with me complain about trying to take a girl out on a date and being asked to buy dresses and buy hairs to go out on the first date, right? And
Like
these
they say,
things are
talking
almost standardized. On an average, the poor guy is expected to have expensed about $500,000. If you spend 100K on a dress, 100K or 200K, 300K on hair, and then you go to a fine
fancy,
dining
yeah,
at the
fancy restaurant.
you spend another 250, 300K. And that's just the first time that you're meeting that person. If you don't like the person's company and you have to do it again
With some
in
other
about
person.
2 weeks, the other person, that's already a bill of ₦1 million,
Okay.
right? And because people do it, right, it puts a bigger incentive than the actual relationship that you're trying to forge on the side of the ladies. Because now, if they do twice of such dates in a month, right, there's 2 extra dresses and 2 extra hair that they've got in their collection. And it sounds ridiculous, but that's what it's become, apparently. And that's why there's so much outrage out there on the social media space.
But is it not also an issue of supply and demand, number one?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is this. If the men stop doing it, completely stop it, then the women won't be able to demand it.
Unfortunately.
But there's a lot of men that are out there that are
encouraging this.
it.
Yeah.
And I'll give you an example. I have a friend, unfortunately, I can't name him.
I wish you could.
I wish I could name him as well because I wanted to slap his head. This girl took a girl out, blah, 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 like the girl, all that sort of stuff. And then he now said, okay, take this $5,000.
Oh my God.
She gave the $5,000 back to him and said, do I look like a $5,000 girl to you?
Where did this happen? In Nigeria?
This Nigeria.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not joking.
Wow.
The man said, please, let me go and pay my children's school fees. But I'm just saying that is some of the levels that it was. Somebody just showed me a text just 2 days ago. It's so funny that this subject came up. He gave a girl 5 million naira.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of like, thank you for coming, 5 million naira. The girl just sent a message back saying thank you.
Yeah.
That was all.
Yeah.
Nothing else. No like, oh, I really appreciate it. Oh, I love you so much. Just thank you.
Yeah, business as usual.
So that's the point I was going to make, actually, that you have this, on the one hand, this larger pool of young Nigerians who do not have that much discretionary income, who are trying to date the same girls who are exposed to the kind of 5,000 giving guy. Exactly. So the game is rigged against them.
It's rigged against them.
Yeah, because
for real,
the lady who's demanding for the dress and the hair thinks she's asking for the bare minimum because her standard is the guy who gives $5,000 as thank you for coming. And when the young man says, wait, see,
then it becomes a problem.
it becomes a problem because she thinks that
the
every
norm.
guy who's worth the name should be able to dole out money in that sense. And especially around this corridor of Lekki, Ikoyi, Victoria Island, where you have a lot of money misroad people, a lot of free cash, I would say, right? The girls who position themselves properly obviously benefit so immensely from it that it incentivizes and encourages the rest to aspire to them. To those girls who have the cars who they didn't have to work to buy, who have those collection of hairs which they didn't have to work to buy, and take trips every day. Their social media handles are
buzzing.
with trips.
There's something you said I want to key in, and I agree with you 100%. It's a very Nigerian thing.
It is.
Because if you look at the relationship with other African women, their expectations from their men is entirely
Totally different.
Different. In fact, they're looking after the man.
Exactly. So Nigerian women have monetized relationships to a point whereby if you don't have, you're not going to have those relationships. But that is why, and that I'm afraid for younger generations, because a lot of Nigerian men are now looking outside Nigerian women to date and marry.
And guess what? In my own experience, it's not just in the dating pool. It is now women generally. Men, we've become afraid to have female friends because your female friends see you as a fallback bank. As far as they know you, they feel they can just put a call through and then you solve their financial problems. So a lot of men are pulling back. And I agree, it's a Nigerian thing because it seems like I've changed some things. Most of my female friends now, I've got a Namibian friend that we talk almost every day, a South African friend. And, you know, I've noticed that their mentality, they live in Nigeria here. So it's not like maybe they're outside the country. They live in Nigeria here and their mentality is so different from...
Because they're being spoiled by Nigerian men. Now, this is my fear. You know that how they say money for hand, back for ground? That is the reason why in a lot of situations, it's like women expect monetization. Men expect
so it's very transactional.
It's transactional. So now when the man has spent all he wants, he feels entitled to your body. Do you understand? So women are like, what are they going to give a guy in reverse? If you're dating these days in the streets, to fellow people in the streets, or when a street character get everybody. But if you're dating outside that, I feel there's still a lot of decent people, level-headed people, mature people, reasonable people that are having absolutely great relationships. Not on social media.
They're just in the minority, to be honest.
Do you think it's the minority?
It's the minority because
do you really think it's the minority?
I don't think it's the minority.
I work around
but are these
a lot
not the
of
ones that
young
don't make a
people,
lot of noise?
right? Yeah, and I know that finding authentic relationships is becoming harder by the day. Even the girls who go to church, who cut the picture of your regular, you know, God-fearing, level-headed, take on to mama. They have some of these unrealistic standards packaged only differently.
Exactly.
It's still there.
It's still
somewhere.
there. You spot on. It's still
there. They may not bring it frontally at the beginning, but get into the relationship and then this tendency
and the curtains are off.
This tendency start to creep in. It's an unrealistic expectation that doesn't take into cognizance the economic realities of Nigeria. And the fact that, I mean, I'm not sure that when I started my career and was building up, that if anybody had such expectations of me, I would ever have gotten married to a woman from outside of, from within Nigeria here, because as we all know, right, life is in stages.
Yeah.
You don't expect certain things from a 25-year-old who's not making
just not yet.
illegitimate money.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
For someone who's within that sort of age bracket, who's on his first job or his second job, ₦500,000 is probably half his salary if he's earning good. Or the totality of his monthly pay if he's not earning good. So if those are the kinds of financial pressures that these guys are under, I understand sometimes why a lot of them are pulling back from social circles, going into all kinds of substances that just because they want to, sort of escape some of these pressures
realities,
out there. It's
So
a thing.
what do we do to change it? Because it's not even just about male and female relationship in terms of sexually. I know somebody that I think I saw it on social media. He said he took his friend, very platonic friend, nothing to it. He said, look, I want to take you out. Let's go out for a meal. Let's talk, have fun. I've got something like, I don't know, just say 20,000. That's my budget for eating. They went out, they spent something like about 15,000. After they finished the meal and whatever, the girl sent him a message saying, oh, since we didn't spend up to your 20,000, can you send me the 5,000 balance?
You know what? This is crazy. But on that note, we'll take a quick break. When we return, the Black Table continues. Okay, welcome back. It's still the Black Table, the Ultimate Men's Guide. Now, the table is getting really hot, and we're going to be tying a couple of things. But our main topic tonight is still very much leaning towards some of the things we've talked about earlier this evening. Clout, influence, and identity. Are we becoming who we pretend to be online? And the reason why it's tied to the conversations we're having from earlier is now we see a situation whereby young women have this impression of standards they have to get to. So, everything is so transactional. And does it have to do with how people position themselves out there or portray, themselves, especially on social media? Because a lot of the people who I have come across recently seem to have this notion based on how they perceive you as a person. Before we got back from the break, you were talking about something that happened to you. Funny enough, the same thing happened to me just last week, whereby I got a message from a female friend, and this is a friend, but she's someone that we hardly, converse maybe every now and then, maybe 10 times in a year max. And then she sends me a message about wanting to buy some things, and then says, oh, this is the budget that I'm looking for, that whatever you can give. And I found it uncomfortable, because I was thinking, why do you have the impression that first I had that type of money, and secondly I had that type of money to give to you?
Exactly.
So
you can even ask.
So how did we get here?
Let me tell you how we got here. We got here because, Mr. Mahogany has friends that will give you 5,000. Truth be told, I said this months ago when we had Uchi here.
Yeah.
Certain men that did not have game
Yes.
and only had
so
finances,
true.
Okay,
they did not have
It is
game.
true.
They didn't know how to play the field.
said it as
All
well.
they had
Yeah.
was the finances, and they used that to
They
woo
used
women.
that, yes.
And it's because women have told people. I know some people in Abuja too, and I was trying to share this with you guys earlier on. It's like it's a stage. They'd be like, just ask for this amount and see what happens. And there are men out there that are giving millions,
give them,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, renting houses that have it, and they're giving it out. So they're just like, just try and ask for this amount. Don't ask for less. Ask for more and see where it lands. Somebody that's asking you for 5 million now, maybe she needs 500K. Then she now gives you a certain place to see where you would come down to. So that's what's happening. Because men have been able to afford it and actually give women this, they have the audacity to feel, oh, you're also a man. Other men are doing it. What can you do for me?
Absolutely. I'll share
so
a quick
right.
experience. I remember because you mentioned Abuja. I was checking out of my hotel, and these two ladies, young ladies, one white lady, another one clearly South African. And we got talking because my driver was taking some time to get to me. And the white lady said to me that she was relocating to Nigeria, that she was staying in a hotel temporarily till she got a place. And I found that interesting because Australians are the rarest people to find around here. And she said to me that she researched extensively and found that Nigeria was the country where pretty privileged paid better or best than any other part of the world. That she came on a short trip prior, and everywhere she went to, people offered her money, big money. And she said to herself that if she stayed in Nigeria for a short while,
business.
she would become a millionaire.
Oh my
and
God.
she decided to go and pack her stuff
And then come down.
and come to Nigeria.
Pretty
Oh my.
privileged.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We still talking about
We
this.
talked about it. And
Yeah.
it's funny, this thing that you said, because there was a time I was out with a friend of mine, not too far from here, somewhere near a hotel. And he came with this South African girl, and they were sharing stories with us that there were places that he would go to, that certain caliber of men were trying to inquire from him and her, what's up. So there's a pretty privilege that women, just because of the way they look, men are willing to go the extra mile
Pay anything.
and spend just to prove a point, to just have you physically, to do that. And that's the reason why certain
does
women
it-
feel because of
But
their
does
looks.
it also mean that we Nigerian men have a mental problem?
There's a problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly.
So is it just because of sex, we'll just drop any kind
Sometimes
of
And
it's not,
stop being
it's not even about
sensible.
sex.
It's not even about the
access.
sex.
Because that's what that Australian lady
Yeah.
was explaining
No,
to me.
but from the man's part, it's not about
Fundamentally,
sex.
no. So fundamentally, she says to me that people would approach her and offer her an incentive just for her attention, first and foremost.
First and
Yeah.
foremost.
There's no guarantee that it could materialize into
To
whatever,
anything, yeah.
but just for the access,
Yeah.
they are willing to pay
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
take the risk. They will take the gamble on a couple $1,000.
So
Yes.
would we say women generally are losing integrity? When I was much younger, when a man offers something to a woman, mostly they turn it down because they don't have any
In this
form of
economy.
training. But now,
Is it not
I
both
mean,
sides? Is it not both sides have lost their sense of integrity?
I think so.
It's both
Yeah.
sides.
I think we both lost our way, you know,
Yes.
and society needs to recalibrate.
It's
This is-
poverty.
this is
and I
not,
mean poverty.
you know,
Is it just poverty?
No, listen, when I say poverty, I just don't mean lack of materialism. I mean the poverty mindset.
It's a mentality.
Okay.
Do you understand?
mindset.
The mental state to say that, listen,
But there's some
I don't-
I know some rich girls that have
who are like
mad
that.
money that
Yeah.
are doing the same thing.
Do you know
That's
why?
not poverty, and they were
see,
brought up in
once
money.
again, it comes back to the fact that you have no game. All you have are the resources that you have with you. You're a rich girl that has everything, but you don't have people's attention. So you're now wondering, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to have access to these men, to this lifestyle? Rich people want to be famous and popular, and then other people are trying to come with other talents. And now you now notice that the girls that have the big bum bums are getting all the attention, and that's where everything is going to.
Everybody's doing bum bum.
So let me go and do. So let me go and do nyash. Do you understand? It's that bandwagon mentality that lashes are in vogue. Let's go.
So we're all gonna go that
this
way.
is in vogue. Let's go this way. This is what people are going for. Let's go this way. It's sad and heartbreaking. The fact that I have two girls, I'm wondering, how do I even raise you in
and
a
you know
way
it's going to
that-
get worse.
Yeah.
How do I even raise you in a way that you're not even
this is
Because
like
our whole generation is being brought up like this now.
yeah. But do you guys think in any way or form it's contributing to the high increase in separations and divorces in Nigeria today?
Without a doubt.
Totally.
I mean, if the basis
I
of
don't even
most
think people
relationship
believe in
is
marriage anymore.
transactional, right? It will play out in the worst ways
Yeah.
within interpersonal relationships because people are not focused on the fundamentals anymore, right? It's about the highest bidder, who's got the most or the best or the better package to offer me. And as you know, relationships are sustained by constant investment by both parties. Now, when people are not necessarily, willing to knuckle down and do the work and focus, and they're distracted by these externalities, there's no way relationships don't sustain themselves. they get sustained on the back of the work of the people within. So, and you mentioned social media the other time. You see, we live in what we call the attention economy, where everybody is doing everything to get
That's
attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it does
yes.
seem
Yeah.
like
Yes.
the girls have the edge, right? Because a guy a few guys, maybe because of the fact that they look like movie stars, would have women who are
You don't have
willing
to talk about yourself.
pay. no, I don't qualify. But most women just feel like all they need to do is look pretty. And their socials are popping. And if you go to their DMs, you will be shocked at the caliber and the spectrum
the men
of
sliding
men,
in.
Of the men
like
sliding.
from
The $5,000 guys.
But at the same time, it will shock you. I've heard conversations whereby a girl is telling her fellow girl, "Oh, there's a guy here. Come, I want to introduce you." And the kind of questions they ask: Will he do this? Does he have this?
Yeah.
Will he get me this?
Yeah.
From somebody you've not yet met, you already have expectations.
It's a
That you know
business,
that the new phone. This is
It's a
that. I have
transaction.
rent. I have this.
Yeah.
You ask all those questions,
I
and
want to travel.
she tells the girl, "Come over. He will.
Yeah.
He will do this. He'll do that." And they come over to meet strangers with expectations that this guy is going to change your life.
And I think social media has kind of really made it hard for even the young girl that just wants to just try and manage. Because you see some people now, it's their birthday. A guy is bringing a bouquet, a money bouquet.
dollars.
Oh my
dollars.
They're giving a brand new Range
Cars.
Rover.
People are getting cars.
Do you understand?
And
They're
no one's
giving
asking
phones.
questions like-
Nobody- and then so the girl that is now being given a small little handbag,
She's not happy.
She's not happy.
She's like,
can't
oh
be
my
happy.
God.
She can't
She's
be
like,
happy.
oh, but I got out there.
and she was like looking at this guy thinking, this guy is not even finer than me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And look at the kind of life she's living.
Yeah,
I mean,
true,
here I am.
If I just package a little bit,
It's true.
I'll be getting all of these things as well. So the game is rigged against
Men.
It's
Yeah.
rigged against
It's rigged
men.
against
Real-
men.
real
But then
men.
at the same time, it's you know like there's this Kardashian mentality, if I can use the Kardashians. From one sex tape, you have a whole family that became superstars.
famous. Yes.
Became multi-millionaires,
Yeah.
became influencers, became so much. So young girls now, what are they aspiring to when
Yeah.
they see that kind of scenario? They're not looking at hardworking women that went to school, studied courses, got into industries, worked
Made
hard,
a difference.
made
Yeah.
a difference.
Yeah.
too slow. That process is too long.
Long-winded.
But then at the same time, I was watching this list of the richest women in the world, and almost I would say 99% of their wealth came from men.
Okay,
didn't-
that's another conversation
Here's
for
the
another
funny
day.
thing. So the richest women in the world were either divorced from a certain person and then got settled and became the richest. Either their father died and they inherited from the father or from the family. But it's very few scenarios where you meet a super rich woman in the world that her money
That
was
built
just
from
gotten.
ground up.
So a lot of women
Okay.
don't feel as if it is their place to build wealth. They
or,
just
or
feel
that
as
it's
if,
even possible.
or that is even
That is
possible.
possible, yeah.
that's
And
the
of course,
sad
society
reality.
has a big role to play
Yeah.
in that, in terms of access, opportunities at the
At the top levels,
at the top
yeah.
levels and
Yeah.
all that.
And Nigeria is even harder because there's
Yeah.
even less opportunities
Absolutely.
than there are abroad.
Absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
I just read recently something like about how many 30% of people under 27 either earn no money at all or earning less than 100,000. So what does that say? So how do they survive?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
That's
we
why they
could
have
go
to resort
on and on about
to fraud,
this.
like our confessions guy
As
here.
in-
Young people are now resorting to fraudulent means to
Some,
acquire
a
income.
lot.
Families are living off fraud and don't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what young
Okay.
people are being driven to.
Okay, so before we wrap up, I'm just going to ask quick questions. What have you been up to recently, and what's going on?
Recently, I've been jumping all over the place.
Yes,
Yeah.
he has.
Trying to
He's always jumping over.
spend some decent time in Lagos. I miss Lagos. Trying to get back to my rhythm, around here.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to achieving that.
Welcome back,
Welcome back.
and Mr. Mahogany.
Well, for me, usual, getting ready for shows. We got Fashion Week for us coming up in May.
Yay!
So looking forward to that. Also trying to really push, trying to change how young people look at themselves. So I don't know, now all of a sudden they come up with this new hashtag for me called Gen Z Papi. I don't know where they came up with that. I'm now called Gen Z Papi. But I'm just trying to change it, but particularly for men.
Men, yes.
We've had the discussion
Yes.
before, because I think there's an onus on people like us to try and say that, yeah, we see all these things going on, but guys, there's also another way
Another
to do
way, yeah.
things.
Absolutely.
And I think the more of us that can start preaching that,
The
hopefully,
better for society. Yeah.
yes.
All right, gang, your final words for tonight.
Just celebrated a birthday during the week, a year
Oh,
older.
happy
Thanking God
belated
for that.
birthday.
Good health and everything. I'm trying to devise a means of retiring soon. Not retiring, but to stop working for other people. It's a drag when you really look at it. Having to show up for others using your time and resources at this age, it's not. Somebody once said, wealth is the control of your time.
Absolutely.
The ability to be where you can, where you want to, when you want to. So that's the plan at the end of the day. And of course, as a family man, I always love spending time with my kids, with my girls, and whatnot. And being faithful. It's not easy being faithful.
I was waiting for that.
It's not easy being faithful.
Well done. I mean, we all look up to you. Well done.
The temptations are there, but thank God for His presence.
On that note, I'd like to say thank you to every one of you for joining us tonight on the Black Table, and of course to all the viewers. Thank you. We're back here same time, same station next week. Remember, till the next time we come your way, the darker the night, the brighter the stars. Good night.
Good night.